Well, July job numbers have come in, and despite BC heading into phase 3, some sectors saw a decline. For more on this, let's bring in Tyler Orton with Business in Vancouver. Good morning, Tyler. What can you tell us? What happened with BC's job numbers?
It's a little unexpected here because, as you said, restrictions were loosening. We're expecting more jobs to be added. But in fact, if we take a look at the numbers here, we can see that British Columbia lost a total of 3,100 jobs last month. But it was confined mainly to two specific sectors. That would be information, culture, and recreation. That is most often associated with the film and TV sector here in BC, as well as manufacturing. But we saw some gains in healthcare as well as construction. I just want to point out that some local film crews, and this is what I'm hearing anecdotally, they did temporarily wrap production on a number of television series just in the last little bit. That could explain some of those losses there. I should also add that gains in full-time work were negated, unfortunately, by nearly double the losses in part-time jobs, 6,500 in all. So BC's unemployment rate, it's worth noting, it's actually the third lowest in Canada. And we're also the lone province right now where employment is actually above its pre-pandemic level. So it's not all bad news for BC this past month.
A little silver lining there. All right. However, there is some bad news for anyone who wants to be a homeowner, has that dream. Homeowners or home buyers that are eyeing a house in Vancouver or Victoria in particular, how long do they have to save up in order to meet that dream?
Perhaps a time that's just out of reach for most of people that want to be living in Vancouver and Victoria. I can show you the numbers here, and the average income person, if they're putting money down for down payment, saving up 10% a month, it's going to take somebody in Vancouver 34 years at that rate. And for somebody in Victoria, based on average detached home prices, it's going to take them 28 years. The average for Canada, it's 6 years. So that's just a huge, huge gap between the West Coast and the rest of the country. Instead, the National Bank report is pointing to condo ownership as perhaps a more realistic option. It would take just under 5 years in Vancouver and just under 4 years in Victoria, saving up at those same rates that I mentioned earlier. The best news that I can share right now is that interest rates are still a little low. So for those that do manage to get in with a down payment, home ownership is a little bit easier, at least for now, before the Bank of Canada begins hiking rates at a clip once again.
Another hurdle that people will have to pass once that happens. Unbelievable numbers. Thanks so much. That is Tyler Orton with Business in Vancouver. Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks, Jennifer.